there. I just have to get back into
No problem.
the other game. Because I was in the copy game. There we go.
You're playing the copy.
We are?
Yeah.
Yeah, copy game is the one we're going to be playing in.
Huh. Okay. And I'm back.
Okay.
Okay, you said a D20? There it is. Did it roll? Okay.
Yep.
There it is.
Okay. Yeah, D100 percentile.
Oh, D100. Okay. 77.
Okay. Okay, so you guys get up, head out down the trail the next morning, heading west, right?
Yep.
Okay. So you've gone about a quarter of a mile when suddenly a well-built young woman leaps up onto the top of a boulder about 40 yards in front of you. She
Well built, like she's muscular?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I mean, in all respects, she's well built. Very lovely young lady. She's wearing tight-fitting garb, but you'd also notice that she seems to be a bit transparent. In fact, she's kind of grayish all over, but not like stone. She's a bit translucent.
So, kind of like Conan's fighter chick that came back to save him.
Yeah. And she hails you.
Us?
Yeah. Hello, travelers. Yeah.
I thought you said held, like she came up and grabbed us and held us.
No, hell, travelers, held you.
Hail.
My mistress requests the pleasure of your company.
My mistress.
And the name of your mistress?
Zoza?
Doza?
Gozer? Soza. When somebody asks if you're a god, you say yes.
Well, I guess we better accept the invitation, gentlemen.
Kaiser Soze?
Zoza, it's right there.
My god, it's Jason Bourne.
And so she kind of hops down off of the boulder and lands very lightly on the road. You do notice that very little dust comes up or anything. And she says, some of you, I can take up to about 8 of you, but some of you should stay here with your horses. I will transport the rest of you to see my mistress.
Oh, transport. Okay.
And so then she whistles And up from over this rock comes a very large carpet, and it lands at her feet.
I'll ask her, do we have a guarantee of safe return?
Oh, most definitely. This is no one wishes you any harm. Myself nor my mistress and those with her.
Why are we able to see through you right now?
Let us just say that is my makeup is one that is not as solid as some.
Okay.
Eric's not getting any ill or kind of uneasy feeling. All good.
No. She seems to be very much, friendly,
Genuine?
genuine, straightforward.
And we'll
Okay.
pick up the invitation and see what this is all about.
Let us be off then.
Excellent. And so,
There we go.
so I'm supposing we're going to have party members only. The four of you with the NPC staying with the horses, unless you want to do something different than that.
That sounds fine.
Yep. No, that's fine.
If
London,
battle's
if we're not back
with-
in, or send some type of communication in a few hours, start to be worried.
Yeah. And they say they understand and are good with that. And so you're all able to get seats on this, and she sits down kind of in front of you guys, and the carpet rises up and it takes up pretty sharply, and you kind of having to grip on because she's like going up over the trees, and then once she kind of gets over them, it gets more stable, and she continues. It's more or less levitating up. You're going up higher and higher and higher. And those big white fluffy clouds above you, you soon are approaching them.
It's a cloud giant. Okay.
And in a bit, yes, you actually enter into the clouds, and it's not nearly as sunny and bright. In fact, it's snowy and or not snowy, it's rainy and gray inside the clouds itself, although the weather seems to be contained within the cloud. And
Hold on a second, Richard. Did the party ever know the witches we think?
no,
Shit.
We're committed, man.
no, not at all. That's something, and it's not like deliberate. You guys, no one ever.
Do we know what direction we're traveling? North,
Up.
east, west? What?
Up. A little bit to the north, but predominantly up.
Within the clouds.
Huh.
You're going to surprise us, aren't you, Richard?
Well,
soiled spot on your carpet when we get there is the question.
This is crazy.
Something not working. You need to jump back to the.
No, I mean, it's like I had this whole map set up and it wouldn't, it's like the new one won't like auto roll down. And it was on the bottom row. So I'm like, okay, well, that means I need to move it up. So I grabbed it,
Oh,
moved it up, dropped it between two maps, and it disappeared.
I figured out the armor section.
Do you want us to jump back to your game though? If that's
No, because it's not in the other game. I set it up in here.
Oh, that's a bummer.
Yeah, I'm just making sure it's not here somewhere and I'm missing it.
Did you maybe? Because they have that folder system in the maps. Could you have moved it to a different folder by accident?
I checked the one folder that was near it, and it didn't show up there. Let me see. Oh, there it did put it. Wound up did going in a folder. Okay. So.
Hopefully, your magical mystery tour is going to yield some experience for a change, Richard. Automatically lump it on, and we get to see the wonder of it.
That's not wanting me to move it out.
Oh yeah, this is totally accurate.
Okay.
So I can tell you what I did later if you want.
Yeah. I'm
Okay,
worried about
cool.
it. In my hard code settings are working fine right now, so I'll do it after the game. We can chat about it then.
It's like it's in one of these folders that was pre-existing on here, and now I can't get it out, or it created a folder with another one, and it won't.
Oh, so the list of folders on the left, you just drag and
Right.
drop onto that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So if I drop it on all, it'll go back into all. Okay, great.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah. And then the player ribbon will. Never mind. Go ahead. The player ribbon's a little different, but you'll figure it out.
Okay. So here we go. Oh, and soon you are coming up and you are seeing this magnificent structure floating boldly in space
Like on a cloud. That's cool.
in the middle of a cloud.
Yeah. Okay. That is cool.
And
Oh shit! There's
She
cloud
just
giants up
keeps-
top.
it keeps right on flying up.
I can tell they're cloud giants because they have blue skin.
Brings you in for a landing.
Let's go there, nice guys. They got close.
Oh, what
Yeah, I think cloud
Well, you got a
giants are like
50-50
chaotic good.
chance with cloud giants.
Oh, that's right.
We got a chance.
They're either chaotic good or they're
Yeah.
chaotic evil, I think.
Okay, but I want you to understand as we get into this, the this too is a random encounter. So as they talk to you, they're talking to you from their perspective. They're not pressing a GM's perspective. They aren't trying to talk you into a party. I'm not trying to use them to talk you into as a party into doing anything. They are trying to take an action they believe would benefit them. Okay.
The giants?
So the Giants.
Mm.
So as I'm going through this, because they're going to try to make a deal with you, I'll tip my hand before then, because I just don't want you thinking like this is me as the DM trying to strong arm you into taking a course of action.
Mm.
But maybe it's
There's-
a good course of action for us.
It could be a good course of action. It is a course of action, but it's
not a-
based on them, not me.
Okay.
And so,
Agger. Is this the proctologist restatement?
okay, so Error stands up and urges you to stand up. And so there's the four of them standing there, and yes, they are cloud giants. They are extremely big. They are holding their weapons out, brandishing them at you. That's just the tokens
Yep.
that I have.
Are we asked to get off the carpet or stay on the carpet?
Yeah, no, she asked you. She is motioning for you guys to stand up and come on, and she goes over to here. And while she's doing that, the woman kind of moves in here.
Whoa.
Anything outside of the structure?
There's a blue mark on my token rather than the tail that the token usually has.
That's when you click on it. She unclicked it.
Yeah, I see that.
That's
And it's
cool.
over to the corner, not directly above, not directly off of it. So it may be easier to grab, because that's always one of those, in certain instances, can be trying to get hold of that.
Yeah.
Okay, so the rest of you staying way back there?
I'll move forward some too.
I can talk.
I guess, I mean, she said just to hop off, so I did, but I guess I'll come closer.
And then when you guys kind of get settled, she'll say, Madam Souza, Lord Zoltarn, these are Ragnar, Galathon, Bobbin, and Durin, the travelers that you have asked me to bring. And she kind of steps over to the side. Not hurriedly or like anything is amiss, just sort of she's done her job, and now she's walking over to take her place out of the outside, clearing the space for you guys to have this conversation. And
How deeply
Souza looks at you and says,
This is Souza?
welcome. No, this is Souza.
Ah,
Welcome.
this new ping is cool.
I am Souza. This is our home. We are so happy that you came to see us. We have observed you for a time, and we know that you have something in your possession that we would like to discuss with you and possibly purchase from you.
What might that be?
Well,
Are you speaking
the one of
of
most
time?
importance to us is the crystal ball.
Oh,
Oh. And what makes that so important?
Well, it's not so much that it is important, but it is that the people who had it and are searching for it, we would like to make sure they don't get it back.
Ah. Do tell. We've had a feeling that
I'm with
someone
with that
has been
one.
watching us.
It has been attracting a lot of attention to us. If we could flog it off.
And I also sense that you have some other darker object with you.
Our
And it also makes me feel that there is something that you are not where you were supposed to be in this time in this world.
Ah, I know of what you
Yeah.
speak.
We're
We
at
have the power traps through town.
We're pretty close though.
We're accidental tourists at this current time.
But we think it's going to help and be to the good in
Yeah, this cloud giant looks like on the good side, and so we might be able to get something out of this interaction.
Yeah, I think a chaotic evil giant probably wouldn't treat with us like this. They'd probably just attack us and try to take whatever they wanted.
It just
So-
check the stuff.
Yeah.
They
the end. So,
I'm liking these people. I like them.
can you give us more info on the crystal ball? What's its? We've had a sense that something's been it had an eye on us and keeps sending things after us. We'd really like to understand.
Yes, the Grot is wanting it back.
Grot.
Yes, I don't know if you've actually run into him. Nasty little goblin.
Oh, a goblin. Okay.
He has been a thorn in our side for many years, a thorn in everyone's side for many years. He has a dragon. Somewhat smarter than normal. He's a white one, smarter than normal, so he feels like he's quite. He feels he's much greater than he is.
Huh.
White one.
And go ahead.
A white dragon. When we were on the east
That's
side
like
of the
we
mountain,
ran into a white dragon.
we encountered a white dragon there. Could it be the same one?
Oh, I'm sure it was.
I think we almost killed it.
Our information says that Melagon, a dabbler in magic, but a daring one, had actually found his way near his lair and was able to lure him out, and in his absence went in and stole the crystal ball. I'm not sure how it came from him to you. And you guys, this would make some sense to you because I don't know if you remember, but your characters will remember that the crystal ball was found on the body of a guy in robes that was being eaten by the blood hawks.
Yep.
So we're not sure whether, and frankly, we have no concern over how it moved from him to you or him to others to eventually to you, but we sense that you have had it for a while and have been traveling north and now east with it. I'm not trying to frighten you, and it's yours if you wish it. You obtained it, I'm sure, in a reasonable manner, and if you wish to continue with it, you may. But I believe you've already run into several of his minions, shall I say?
What are you
Yeah.
offering in return? It certainly makes some good sense to trade it, but what are you offering us?
Magic for magic.
Well, that is very possible. We can also offer you. We have some fine gems we would offer for it. And we may want to talk about both items at once.
What would
Now,
you
Yeah.
do?
what would I do with the crystal ball? Keep it away from Doggett.
Okay. quick question.
Yes.
His white dragon, we felt
Yes.
that we almost felt it and then it got away. Are we crazy? Or do you get a sense we could have felt that thing?
I'm sure you could have, but it could easily have gotten away, or it could have killed some of you at least, if not all of you. He is a powerful creature. I'm not sure what he did, I don't know how he tactically conducted battle. It's not like we have been watching you 24 hours a day and know everything about what you've done. We just sensed this. You were traveling across there. We sensed others in the area, and your survival tells us that encounters happened and that you have lived this long. So, you by all means, if you wish to continue on with it, feel free to do so. As far as we're concerned, but if it's a burden to you, we would be happy to purchase it for our purposes. The other item that I sense that you have is one of time travel. I'm not sure where you obtained it, how you obtained it, and I get the sense that you are not of this time. I don't know how far off this time is, but just so that you know what happens when you are in a time stream, in particular, I have the feeling, and this is why I feel it, where you are in a time stream where you have lived, it basically, only one of you can exist in the time. So the second appearance will wipe out the first, and the third appearance would wipe out the second.
So in this time period, we are now what we are. There is no replication.
Oh yeah, there is. You guys are moving through a time where you've already lived through.
Trying to understand how one replaces another. So, are you saying there's a much higher threat that we could destroy ourselves with something stupid we do?
No, it's just that you alter the things you've already done because they don't happen.
Gotcha. Well, we think we figured out how to use it. We just felt that that sometimes the accuracy was hard to nail, and I guess you're saying we were wanting to take something in this time where we're maybe 9 years or so ahead of our own time.
It's difficult to judge.
We wanted to take care of something that, well, got out of hand and got too powerful in our own time for the good of the.
And that's a reasonable assumption. And if you feel that is worth the risk, then go do it. I just was wanting you to be aware of the possible costs.
What are the possible costs?
What do you advise us to do? What
Well, my advice is I would limit time travel to as little time as possible if I was going to do it.
So if
this
we were to surrender and trade this object to you now, that's probably the safest course of action.
I think it would be wise, but if you, I'm not here to force my will upon you. But I will say that we would definitely do everything we could, or we took possession of it, to help you return to your own time and restore you to a point beyond where you left your time and traveled back in time.
So let's say.
And
go ahead.
let's make a deal. That's what I say. If you're able to help us, you're able to
Okay.
pay us off.
Well, before we commit to whole let's make a deal, let's get some things in place. So, if we were to do this, I'm wondering if it sounds like you can help us be exact on our timing. So, we left. Let's say we left on X date. Could you return us a few days after that, but at our destination we were intending to go to? You have apparently the ability to fly and move pretty easily.
Yes, we can do that. Air is able to take you and transit you where you may need to go, and let you off where you want to be.
It's kind of like a lovely option. And by the way, do you wouldn't happen to have more than one carpet, would you?
No, that is something that we only have one of, and that's Air's anyway.
You have the ability to make carpets or get carpets?
No, that is something of Air's.
That thing is damn cool.
And I actually think it's an old family item at that. Okay, let us
Is Aaron
make-
looking to do a little bit of getting out, seeing the world a bit?
Air looks at you and says, "That sounds like a lovely offer, but I am I have my own life here, and would be hesitant to spend too much time away from this." And she just kind of is holding her hands up to the sky and the clouds and everything.
Well, you don't have to spend too much time away. All the time we could use wouldn't be that much.
What?
Well, we will discuss, I guess, a little.
All right.
What is it you're wanting?
Well, let's say we can get this time travel thing taken care of, and I presume you and your carpet might be part of the transport to where we gotta go, but we got
Right.
two big bad guys to take care of. You seem like you would be a great assistance, and between the one big bad guy and the second big bad guy is a lot of distance, a lot of crap. So, you see the assistance you could possibly help us with?
I would be willing to do it if it wasn't too long, but my mistress would be the one to have final say in that.
Are you
And,
guys aware of future times? Like, do you know what time we come from and what's going on there?
No.
Okay.
So as it says, we could just sense the disturbance
Of course.
of you being here. Because while you're here, what occurred in your first passage through this timeline, through this year, from the time you entered until now, has basically been removed and replaced with the things that you did from the time you got here until now.
Okay.
I'm not sure. I don't know your personal history, but small things would not have any large impact. But some things, and even some things you may not realize had impact, could have great impact down the road.
Would any of us be connecting the dots that you could help us with out of game? Because I'm not trying to remember our first time through this pass, and it wasn't hugely eventful.
Well, it's not. going through the past. What she's telling you is it's basically like this: you're erasing yourselves. So 9 years ago, what you were doing in the world, it's like you didn't exist.
I think 9
And
years
those
ago I
things
was like
didn't
8
have
years old.
It's reality of us.
Well,
Yep.
and that's true, but you don't know what impact that would have on you or other people down the road. So it's like
So-
as you're kind of overriding your history with this history, you could be changing
So-
things. And
So
it
that-
could be
That's
small, or it
Yeah,
could be great.
The best course of action is to have our exchange, our trade. You take us back to our friends. You ship this back to the time that we're supposed to be, and we're allowed to carry on with the plan that we were trying to exercise.
I mean, and it's not that anything of this would cause you to just die suddenly. It's not erasing events that happened after that on your timeline. It's just like you'll have holes in your memory.
So 9 years
And also,
ago,
there'll be
9 years ago, Durin's illegitimate son doesn't get created.
That's a real possibility. And now what do we do about that? So he doesn't grow up to save the world. And, 300 years from now, it all burns up because of you guys. I mean, and that's why I have the disclaimer before this. This is their perception. This is their concerns and their offer. And you guys can choose to take it or to take part of it and reject it all, reject part of it, however you want to do. It's not going to affect the game. This is not like if you don't do this, I'm shutting down the game. No, it's just, what am I doing with Cloud Giants? If I don't just try to kill you, it's got to be something interesting.
Yep.
You're fine. You're fine. Let's keep going with our deal. And what are they willing to trade? We're giving two major artifacts are magical, so we would hope that there would be some significant magic in exchange, is what Durin would say, in addition to the gem.
See, I actually had an idea. Can we chat on the side? It's not in front of these guys, possibly.
Sure. They're happy to let you step away.
So one of my ideas
We huddle.
is, we huddle. When we get to the big bad guy, or either one of the big bad guys, that we could use the hourglass because it keeps in a certain area. We're all used to it. We could use it to shoot out of time so that we isolate them and they don't have their minions around. Whack them. And basically, so they don't have their
the
minions.
element of that hourglass is the same as the crystal ball, where in our time period, it's attracting the attention.
Fair enough.
So we're essentially going to have the same issue. So yes, we use it as a weapon, but it also is like the ring where it puts us on the radar screen. If we want to truly move in with surprise, we're probably better off not to have it. We know we're being tracked because of it. So if
Something
we can
like that.
get rid of if we can ditch these two trackable items that seem to be causing us all kinds of hair on our ass, and enrich ourselves and put ourselves in better position to strike truly with surprise. We've got those arrows. If we can get close enough with surprise and let our archers do what they're supposed to do, we have a chance.
But we're all, so it sounds like we like the idea of trading, and you guys are on board with the idea of part of that trade is use the carpet and get us to our two destinations ASAP, so we don't have to trek across and keep having
I think
shit
if we
come
could
at us.
have the cart, no, I think before we go to the destination, we go to the town, log the gems, do all the things we need to do to get the XP and get even more powerful, then but the travelability of the carpet is pretty special.
I don't want
You
to.
know what I mean?
I don't think we're going to get her on board for us to go dick around at town, unless it's a very, very, very quick dick
Well,
around.
the problem is then we have to ditch all of our gear. And what about our NPCs?
Why do we have to ditch gear?
Well, we have all of our. How are you going to carry all your horses and all that stuff on the carpet?
So
So what
if they
I'm
take this
saying is,
deal, then we basically go back to our NPCs and we get our correct time. Okay, we're on our correct time. Now we get 8 people on this carpet, so that means her, us 4, and then just 3 more. And we got a couple, one of the
so
ranger
what
guys is
make
pretty tough.
a raid?
Get
Make
rid
a
of our
raid
horses.
like yeah.
Get rid of our horses. And now our sorry asses go on the carpet. She takes us to where the first big bad evil guy was in that far northwest corner of the mountains.
Yeah.
We whack him. We get on the carpet, go to the pyramid, whack her, and then she takes off.
Why
I
wouldn't we
know my
whack
plan
her?
is to. I know somehow that's going to get effed up along the way, but maybe we can at least get the first guy whacked.
I think she might be the easier of the two.
But
You've
he's the
been to
most
the
important.
pyramid before.
Right. But
Have you
he's the
been to
most
the other
important.
places before?
And we know that she has a way to teleport out of there. So if she's at the pyramid, she could just as easy teleport back to where he is, and we've wasted our time. So that's why, my
When we
opinion,
go back, we got to
take the head off
remember
the
too
snake.
that back we're in the middle of a war.
Yep. Well, the war. If we whack the head off the snake, dude, the war could be over.
I know, but again, I think I like much of what you're suggesting. The only suggestion I would make is if we could try and go to, if we, it would be helpful if we had a chance to, in our own time zone, go back to a town. After all the mucking around for going in and out of that many time zones to kind of sort that out before, like to resupply and stock before we go to do what you're saying. Like I agree with what you're saying, but we've got all that wealth. We could convert it. We could get some other stuff potentially.
What
So
stuff do you feel we need? Because I could imagine these guys could give us any sort of provisions we might need.
yeah, it's more like I'm getting reasonably close to being able to level, not straight away, but it will come within a few adventures. Like let's just see what they offer first of all. But I'm a little bit hesitant of just flashing straight after the big guy as soon as we get there. We're going to we have felt this still. I guess we still have London and Cormo, so there's the extra 3. Our guys show up, then we'll have to push out somebody. What we want are more items that can significantly, like we've got the 2 arrows, but it would be nice to get some other significant item off the giants that kill in one blow those baddies. If that's what we're going to try to do, we only have a couple of eggs in that basket. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I'm fine with trying to get those. The Barrett dude, whoever that sent us off, he got us pretty well equipped. I guess to me, I don't know. I want to pull the band-aid off and hit the big dude.
Go
If we die
straight for the
trying, we
biggie.
die trying. Yeah, I kind of want to.
All right. Well, how about as a compromise, we try to fly to a town first, make some money, and then go straight after the big guy.
Make money means time, and she's not going to stay for time. So we need that carpet
All
for
right.
quick transport.
All right. Well, let's go. let's go see what we can haggle because we don't know that we can maybe. What about we just take the carpet outright?
No,
part
no,
of the
no,
deal.
no, 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 no. They haven't kicked our asses yet. You try that, then we'll probably try to kick our asses. And I don't think the four of us can take four plow
No.
giants and
Ask
her.
is part of the deal for exchange of the item.
Oh,
You
I
want
don't
the
think that's in
carpet.
play. They already said it's hers and it's not in play from my read, but you can ask.
Okay,
ask
well
Courtney,
maybe
that's
they got
great.
something else. Let's start. Let's see what they're gonna offer, and then we'll go
Oh,
from there.
absolutely. But what's everybody else's opinion? You guys on board with all this crap?
Well, I'm curious to see what they would offer. These guys are cloud giants. They should have some pretty good stuff. But at the same time, if they're close enough to go back to our time, this is someplace beneficial.
Okay. Can we take a quick little break, Richard? Just like a 5-minute break. I drank too much pop at dinner.
Okay. Yeah. No.
Richard, you might
Everybody,
as well.
just
We're
let me
gonna
know
come
when you
back
leave and when you come back, so we aren't sitting here waiting.
Yeah, Richard, we're gonna say to them, yes, we're willing to offer the two items, but we would like to know what they're gonna offer in exchange. Like,
Fair enough.
in addition to helping us get back to our own time zone, which you've heard all of our discussions, go back to our friends and back to our correct time as they suggest, and they will get the two items. We will leave them with them. What are they offering physically to give to us in exchange for those two significant and shifting us to the right time?
Well, let's wait till Ragnar gets back, so everybody's here to hear what they offer.
Okay, but that's essentially where we would what will happen. So you know,
Yeah.
get out your pad of all the vast gems that you need to offer. How many Arkin stones does it come with?
Oh,
You know what? It's haggle time, matey. And we're gemstone specialists here at Ragnar, and I say, darn, we're gemstones are us. We could collect them, value them.
yeah. But you guys already said, no, we don't want any of that. We just want magic.
Oh well, with two items, that was for one item. Now we're talking two significant. You know, this is a a small Erenbor worth of treasure. You know, Arkenstone's just part of it. 1/13 of Smog's treasure or something of that nature.
Back.
We've got
Thanks,
it
guys.
in writing.
No problem. Okay.
Thanks, guys. Sorry
There was a
about
lot of talk of Arkenstone for us, Ragnar.
that.
Us
Arkenstone.
dwarves are. Yeah, that's what. How many Arkenstones are they going to give us for this part of the deal?
Well, that's cool.
All the
Magic stuff. All right, we'll tell them.
So-
Yeah,
The cloud giant on the well, actually Air will do it. It'll be easier for you guys to see. Air will walk over behind them and she will bring out two items wrapped in cloth, and she will lay them down and pull back the cloths, and the one holds 4 arrows. They're longer than a normal arrow, and have a big, nasty, barbed head on them. And they also seem to have some type of device right at the base of the metal where it attaches on to the dark wooden shaft. And the other is a sword. It's a long sword and it's very finely crafted. It has some gems and some symbols on it. There's even etching on the blade, brightly silver. And Soza says, these arrows were made by the craftsmen in the eastern forests, the Twilight Elves. They are made in a manner so that they sap the very strength of your enemy if you're able to hit them with it.
Okay.
The sword, if held by the right person, the right individual, can have many properties unlocked as you grow with the sword.
Okay. Do you have a hint to the right individual who it is? What's that type of person?
There's some latitude there. I do believe that my sense is that one of you, and she kind of looks towards Galathon, would be a very good fit for this weapon.
Sir Snooze is getting the web.
Are you awake?
And what?
Galathon?
Not because he's been very quiet for a while.
That's when the no-do's going, mate. All right, yeah.
Do you have this in axe that is usually awake and here?
Or a hammer, a dwarf that's always here.
Hammer?
Yeah, those are very helpful.
And
But
she does nod, and air goes back around. And she brings forth another item wrapped out, and it is a warhammer. And it is a fine example of a warhammer with a aged and finely hewn and honed shaft with a great grip on it. Lots of copper cord and everything in the grip, and it's got a big head on it. It's a bit beveled, the corners and everything, and you can see the ruins on it, and see that it's been named Goblin Smasher.
I like it already. Look at that. He'll show Ragnar. Look at that baby.
That sounds nice.
I wonder who that one's for. Oh, I like it. I like it already. If you don't mind, gents, he says, and he bows to the hill giantess. Thank you, lady. I think this will suit me well.
Whoa. We haven't all agreed to this yet, dude.
You're gonna use a hammer?
No. We there's other stuff that we're hoping to get here.
Yeah, okay, all right.
God, you're an easy lay, man.
Yeah, well,
He hadn't seen a magic weapon come his way. See, fighters
Picking it
fighters
up with
forget some
flying.
other classes
Picking
that
it
other
up and-
classes can't go. Oh, it's magic. I can use that.
He's
But-
drooling a little bit looking at it, and yeah, it's
So this is an awesome start. Is Air willing to, I guess you'd say,
going by
hang out
short
with us
of
for a
it.
bit?
Well, Air is willing to provide some assistance, but it can't be terribly long.
Yes, we don't want
And we can discuss that timing more precisely. And she nods to Air, and Air goes back and she brings out another, just a smaller one, and she brings it over and sets it down and unwraps it. And there is a leather volume in there. And
Hey, Durin, just a little aside, that stuff we found in the forest, those hammers, there's hammers that were magical. You've had a magical hammer if you didn't know about it.
Yeah, no, he's had a +1 hammer from the beginning.
Okay, all right. It just
Yes.
sounded like you.
and
the
those
first
and
time you
those
saw it,
guys you
okay.
found in that tower weren't exactly war hammers. They were like, and some of them were just like regular like forge hammers. They were small hammers.
No,
They were just
he-
magical.
He got these
But
from
this
the
is a great hammer.
party in the forest. The party in the
Okay.
forest, he had some stuff. So that's just
Yeah.
Yeah,
I have a
he's
big
had
old
he's
war
had-
hammer you had was magical, and a regular old hammer was magical. You had two from that.
Okay. So, that's been laid out, and this book is a small leather-bound book, brown leather cover, and it has some symbols on the front of it that some of you might recognize as being of a linguistic and musical nature.
Okay.
a bard book. Bard songbook.
Yeah. I happened to roll this one up, and I was like, he's not here, but I wanted to go ahead and put it out there because bards don't really get a whole lot of love. So, magical stuff. So I thought this would be a good time to work this one in for him.
All right. So they're offering all this, or just a couple of these things? We have to take our pick our favorite kind of thing.
Well, that's their offer right now.
All right. So 4 arrows, a war hammer, and a book.
A very special longsword.
Is that, I
Looks
didn't
like
know if that was changed at a certain time or not. That's why I'm asking.
Nope. There's 4 items out there.
4 items.
Well, 4 different offers, and they're one offer, but it's there's the 4 arrows, the sword, the special sword, the war hammer, and the tome of the bard.
All of this?
Yes.
The special warhammer.
What kind of sword is it?
Longsword.
Ah.
All right.
Cha-ching, cha-ching.
In fact,
Just
Galifon, you do not have any bad feeling about it, but you feel like that would be a sword for you.
Just because it's funny. Okay. Ragnar will go, man, just a +1 axe. You guys have an
Or
axe back
Ragnar.
there, right?
The fraud. So magic, poor old Ragnar.
Just a +1
Yes,
axe.
poor little Ragnar.
It's
Okay.
like Charlie Chaplin and the Tramp.
Exactly.
But Charlie Chaplin was living in Hollywood and banging teenagers.
Okay,
And,
so
and so Air
What
will,
about
you guys will get us to our right time. We'll give you the
we'll get you to
crystal
the right
and
time.
the hourglass, and Air will get us to our destination.
Yes, she will take you to a destination before she returns.
And it's just one destination.
Yes.
Durin said he does have a very keen interest in gems. It'd be nice. We might need a bit of money. It doesn't have to be a lot, but maybe a couple of fine gems just in case we need some pay for something along the way.
And she's like, "Are you? Do you have a figure in mind? How many and of what value?"
No, out of your own largeness of your heart, I'm just saying. But I'll leave that totally with you. Whatever you feel is appropriate. How's that?
And
There's
she will
there's four of us
reach in.
adventurers.
reach in her pouch, a pouch she has there, and she will bring out four very beautifully light sapphires and say, "Will these do? Let's make a deal."
Thank you, milady, and that's one for each of us.
And you would estimate it would be around 500 silver pieces each in value.
Yeah. There you guys go. How about that one, Ragnar? A bit of a high five, at least squeeze a few bob out of them.
I had trouble understanding that when I was breaking up a bit. It sounded like you talked about a ball battle, and I know you didn't say that.
No, I said squeeze a few bob. That's English Australian, like squeeze some money out of them.
I see what you mean.
If
Yeah.
you were just there, you would have heard that expression. I'm sure they started using it.
But you're breaking,
we
for some
hanging
reason
out
now
with
you're
people
breaking
about
up.
bubbles.
Yeah. So do we have a deal?
I'm in
Yeah,
favor.
just out of game.
Yeah.
Throno's not with us, and I think technically he had one of the arrows we needed. So if we go there this session and start the big battle, we're kind of small on team.
Yeah.
So
Let's go to town.
if we go to, dude, I don't want to lose her. That's my big issue there.
Well, we'll throw that in the deal. I'm sure Richard can be flexible. We got to make one stop. We'll be quick.
Right, but if it's say in game it takes 10 minutes, we're still at the same position. Throno's not here. We're missing a bunch of guys, and we're going for the big bad battle. So does that mean
I
we
don't
ask
think
Richard
it's going
to?
to take 10 minutes to go sell all the. We've got all those. Got 269 gems there in addition to all the other stuff. So
Does that mean we ask Richard to pause the game early so we can finish it up next session, not even knowing if Throno will be here?
That's the whole point. Is I think that by going to town, it will consume enough time that we don't have to pause it. We just go through tidy up stuff in town with gems and buying and selling and getting XP and doing anything getting any reinforcement.
But I mean, possibly explain to him, because I'm not clear. I don't really understand your urgency to go exchange gems for silver when you're getting ready to go
It's-
kill someone.
It's if we have all that and then something that goes astray. But anyway, we can charge off.
So
I
Durin,
mean-
I think here's a mechanic you're forgetting, Durin. It doesn't matter how much money you get for those gems until you have to spend it
I
to get XP.
understand that. I understand that.
It seems like
But
you're
if you
focused
can't-
on that for XP.
Well, I think we're gonna get slaughtered the way we're charging in, but that's fine. I just think the more we can do to prepare ourselves, probably the better. But that we'll see.
Is that just the dwarf in you coming out?
I just don't get how we're
I
gonna
want it in
equip
gold and I
ourselves
want
in
to
a
put it in the bank.
I mean, I just don't get how we're gonna equip ourselves in a town. I mean, we're not gonna get Richard doesn't sell magical stuff in a town. So nothing mundane is gonna help us out. Doesn't matter if we have an extra day of ration. I'm really I'm struggling to try to find out the focus, and
Well, we don't have the Tarn bill anyway, so
we don't have the iron bill.
we don't have enough characters anyway to go fight the bad guy, big bad guys, as you said.
Right. So I didn't know if we wanted to, and I guess looking at my calendar, there is
Yeah,
a
I guess we
chance I'll
could
miss
just
next
go
week.
back.
Got something next week?
I have one of my scouts has an Eagle project, and he's coming over at 4 o'clock my time Friday for some more prep. And
Yeah.
this game starts at 6:30 my time. So if between 4 and 6:30 somehow he still isn't ready and I have to do more stuff with him, he's going to be my priority.
Absolutely.
So I think I'll be here, but I have to be honest that there is a possibility that I'm not going to make it because of him. That's all.
Okay. Okay. I mean, that's, you know,
Yep.
The party will just have to decide what to do. And if we have enough people to move forward, or if they want to change get dumped off and do some scouting and stuff and wait for you to get better or something. or catch up, whatever it is, then we can do it. But I understand your hesitance to do that, because the next few steps will not take a whole lot of time.
Right.
But we can at least say get to, I guess, where we're going to be going. How far in front of your exit time do you want to get back into your time?
I think we should try to go right to where we left.
We were traveling west from, even more south of the pyramid.
Could you flip the old map up, Richard? Your campaign map, so we can have a chat about it.
Sure thing.
So
I think we were somewhere near on that purple arc, near right where it ended, kind of as we were headed up, as it was bending back to the north.
No, that's where you were after you were here. Was the last place you went
in our right time.
in our right time.
So
All
my vote.
And then you drifted over to here, and we're messing around over here trying to find where you were going.
My vote would be put us like a day or two after we left our time, right here at our destination.
You want to be up at your up at Festungak. You want to arrive day, night.
Great question. What do we know from when we were getting this task from, what was it, Asperdi?
Yes.
Do we remember when we might have thought was a great, we have a secret way in.
Yes, you did.
And so a secret way into Big Baddie Guy, you could almost say at night while he's asleep sounds like a great idea.
Okay.
But at night, some evil things are much more powerful. Or maybe,
I
you know,
think
they
we're
are.
better
undead.
off to do it tonight. We have dwarves with infravision. I mean, that won't make a difference versus undead, but
No, if he's undead if it's daytime, you know, then he can't be out in the sun or something of that sort.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, the sun tends to
Well,
help some of those things.
where we want to end up to the to like the entrance to our secret.
Yep.
Entrance into his hideout is essentially where we want to end up.
That would
Like
be
the
my
front
vote.
door step up the Hobbit.
That would be my vote.
Get
Yeah.
in.
So
I agree. I think that's a good idea.
And I don't care if that means that we travel here and then go to the right time, or if we go to the right time and then travel here. I would kind of just explain our need to the giants, and
Yeah.
they are smart. They could give us some advice.
I
I'm
mean,
happy with that.
they don't know anything about good timing as far as what you're wanting to do. They just know they can do it, and at whatever time you're wanting to show up there.
Okay.
The other detail that they would help you with is obviously the horses can't go on the carpet. They can get everybody else on there, but the horses. So basically, they'll take care of getting the horses someplace safe where they, can be sold.
Yep.
Or given away or something. Deal with the horses in a humane manner.
Yeah.
And then you guys can you have the gems, and so they've given you some cash that way, but you can use to get more horses when you need them.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then before we
Plus, we have
finish,
our individual items.
And that's something you may want to consider. I don't like to get too far into you guys planning, but if you're at that place and you don't have horses, what's your fast getaway plan?
The flying car.
well, that's hoping that she'll just help us with the task, and then she'll get us the hell out of Dodge. And
Yeah,
she's not going to
she's
go to
there
our
for
next.
the escape route.
She's not going to
She's
go to
our
our next.
getaway car.
He's not going in. Okay, she would agree to give you a ride away if you can make it to her. She's not going with you.
No, she just has to be there with it running. Then we run out, go, let's get the hell out of here. That's what her job is.
So to put it in those terms, then that says you probably need to land early in the evening or at dusk and proceed from there, because her waiting in the dark rather than her waiting in broad daylight for you guys to show up.
Yeah, I think that's the way. Yeah.
Does she have the skill or knowledge of invisibility?
No.
Okay. And then before we finalize this deal, Richard, I'm just going to grab my little dwarven ring and ask the ring. Is our plan wheel or woe? Basically, is it, are we effing ourselves? Is this really stupid? Or, hey, start
It says
increasing our
whoa.
chances. It says whoa?
Mhm.
Uh-oh. Okay. That means big battle. It may be a hint that we aren't powerful enough, but I don't know how we would have gotten.
Well, that's what I keep saying.
Well, then don't make the deal.
No, 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 no. It's not about the deal. I don't know that it's powerful. We're powerful enough to go head on to take out the biggie. I mean, we were going to try anyway. We do have more weapons now to fight him.
I mean, and you've got to consider what woe could entail.
Hmm.
Woe could mean that you succeed, but Ragnar doesn't
I
make it
die.
out. And I'm not picking on Ragnar. I mean, he's the one asking the question, so woe would really come down to him more so than anyone else. But woe could definitely mean it could be successful, but there are losses.
Yep.
So, not that will would definitely mean everybody comes out either. It doesn't mean complete disaster. It just means that there will be woe for the group out of the action.
I think that's a wise idea. I'll ask the giantess, for Ari, perhaps you have a potion of invisibility or a way she could become invisible while we go in to do our deed. Keep her safe.
Oh, she has ways of being unobtrusive.
All right. If you're both convinced that she can handle that herself,
Yeah.
so that
I mean,
helps answer that question, fellas.
just out of game where I'm coming from is I really don't want to lose her transport, and then we're almost right back to where we were here, slogging through with demons left and right and stuff like that. And now we're back to he knows we're coming, and it's just this is our best chance of surprise and whatnot.
I understand. Let me ask. Let's say we are successful, and we get out of there with her. Are we going to have her transport us directly to the pyramid? Because that's probably the end of what she'll do for us.
Oh, dude, she
Get
might
us
just
the
bring
hell
us
out
right
of there.
back here, and we just start back off in the mountains. I don't know where she's going to bring us. That's a fair
Well,
question.
she'll bring you where you want to go
Okay,
within
drop-
reason.
she'll throw us off the carpet at the pyramid probably then, and say
Okay,
good luck.
so that's our strategy. Is we hit him, we use her quick getaway to get us to the pyramid, even though she's probably going to know there was trouble. But at least we'll show up and avoid a lot of the flack in between. And maybe we get lucky and have a confrontation where we can finish the job.
Sounds great to me.
That's our grand strategy.
Sounds fine to me.
Sounds
Works.
like what we're attempting to do.
One way or another.
Yep.
You know, we know what we're trying to do, what we're trying to accomplish. So what the plan?
Yeah, you can hear it now. For whom does the bell toll? Tolls for you, butthead.
So just so they'll be able to give you some details on everything except the sword. The arrows, like I said, they do pretty severe damage. I don't have it right in front of me, but they do higher than normal damage. But they also have a magical sort of charge to them that causes the individual who struck to lose 1d4 strength every round until they hit 0. So they're a pretty devastating thing if you are able to hit with it. It'll basically will kill something. It may just take a few rounds.
Yep.
That at least
The-
gives us a few more options besides our
The hammer is
explainer.
a +2 hammer. Great hammer. Warhammer.
Yeah.
And the tome is a book that will assist a bard in any lore check that they undertake.
Cool.
And the sword, Galathon, you awake? Nice, tasty long sword. It's got jewels on the handle. Big red one in the pommel. Hey, last time we said sword, he jumped up. Thought maybe we'd try it again.
All right.
But when
you
he
got
handles
that
the
in action.
sword, that pommel does kind of come light a little, and he will feel some bonding with the weapon.
Wow. Is this an intelligence sword?
Super glue. You guys don't mind if I take the +2 Warhammer?
No, dude, dig it.
At least that's better than the +1.
Yep. Hammers are your thing.
Yeah, bump you up a little better pop, a little better
More
damage.
Yep. +1
Well,
to hit,
but
+1 to hit.
that one more to hit helps tremendously.
Everything helps tremendously.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does. Let's see here. Got a
So I have to redo the attack. I have to add the +1 to the weapon and redo the attack matrix for it to count. The auto table.
well, the table probably would stay the same because the number, you're not changing the numbers.
All right.
You're changing what you roll. So changing that to +2 should be the only thing you have to change.
Yeah, it changed the damage adjustment. Yeah.
You should just change the magic.
If you put it in magic, it changes both of them.
Yep.
So there's 1,000 XP for this evening. And okay, yeah. So you guys, what they'll do is they'll go down. Soza will come down and the younger guy, Zazerin, which you really didn't talk. He was the guy to the left of him. He'll come down with her as her guard. And you guys come down on the carpet. They come down by themselves. And when they reach the ground, she will help you guys. They'll take over the horses. Zazerin will take them. And she'll help Zazerin.
Can you ask? So, I have a map here of the area. Can you tell me where that white dragon is in case we survive?
Where's his lair?
Like up in here somewhere. They aren't sure exactly. I mean, they don't really have.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. And so they take control of the horses. You guys get on the carpet. She'll do the thing. And what they'll do is you give them, when you left, and they'll bring you back. And so let me bring up the calendar. So like you guys have been sitting in summer. And you guys, it's been like July. And you guys are now back to, you set the timepiece off on the 4th of what will be April, called Tefnu. And so yeah, you guys are back in your time. It's just been a few months. Let's see when you were here. You guys. But yeah, so you guys came through here like February. It was winter when you guys came through. And now it's April. It's like 2 months ago you were here in this very area. And so she will then, let's see how far that is. And so you guys take off and the path of flight. Is like that. And so all this took you guys, it was after lunch before you guys took off, and you guys are arriving on the evening of the 6th of Tefnu, or 6th of, Tefnu, up there by Festoonot.
Okay.
We'll pick it up or the 7th
Are
of
we-
Tefnu, excuse me.
They run. Is that it? Is this Ragnar's Doomsday Run? Are we gonna be? Are we gonna have the thrill of victory or the agony of defeat?
Only the shadow knows. What do you say, Shadow, Richard?
Only the shadow knows.
Exactly. So is that basically what it is? So it's the next time we get together, at least from our expectation, it's the big bad evil guy moment.
Yeah, it really is.
Awesome.
Yeah, we'll pick that up and you guys can get your assault on Festungok going on.
Yeah. Well, with all of our deviations, confusions, missed opportunities, etc., I'm hoping we traded all
Bloody
that F
boomerang.
up for a good one.
Where's the XP? That's the one area I'm not really. I haven't seen mine.
He gave us 1,000.
Yeah, I think he's talking about in the sheet itself. Is that what you're asking for?
Yeah, that's what I'm asking you.
Yeah, it is. It's here somewhere. I've seen it. Yeah,
Go into
if you
capacity.
look right under the character picture, it shows
I
XP.
don't have a character picture.
At the very top of your sheet, there's a
Yep.
class details. Make sure
Yep.
that's clicked down, and then on the left there's
There
another
you go.
class
That's
details.
it. That's
There
the
you
one
go.
I needed. Thank you. Yep, it's there now. All right. Perfect. Thank you. Wow, only less than 15,000 to go, fellas. It's harder than climbing Mount Everest.
Yeah, I have a lot. I think I have 85,000 more to go, so I'm not stressing.
So I would say if we're not pretty much at full strength, what are we gonna do for next time? Like if you're late, I don't think we stand much. We really need the caster and we need Ragnar. That is.
Right. I mean,
Yeah.
I think Theranos casting is very important, but if Theranos not here and we have enough people,
Yeah, I'm
I'll-
okay to have a
I'll
go.
go for it.
Yeah, I'll go for that. But if you're not there and he's not there, it doesn't make any sense.
You know, with the way things have been lately, if the two of us aren't here, there might not be enough people anyway, and that will make
Yeah.
its own decision.
It's the arch. It's the art. We need our best shot with the arrow of slaying.
You need Bobbin and Thrano because I think each of them, I don't know who has which arrow, but at least one of them has the arrow for this guy. The other one has the arrow for the witch. Bobbin now
The
has other
druid-
arrows that can help.
Yeah,
You-
exactly. So what you do is you split those 4 arrows up with those other 2, and the one then has 2 arrows plus the slaying, and the other guy has 2 of those other good arrows. So gives us a chance at least of getting. But yeah, okay, and we keep Yalathon awake.
You know which arrows go.
So there you go. That's the build. That's the fortress.
Oh, okay.
You showed us the fortress? I don't see anything.
Or
The chat.
it's in chat, Discord chat.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm looking over there. Is it? Is that it, huh?
That's it.
And we're going. Is it like more like the Ghost and Mr. Chicken? Is that way it's going to be for our characters?
And is it that bottom door we think?
Yes, there's an eerie organ playing.
That's cool.
How you could give more than 1,000 XP, Richard? Break out, mate. We've been flying all over, doing everything. I thought for sure that you'd want to break out from your trend of 1,000 XP. It'd be a trend.
Now, some of you got items which, once you start using, will bring you some XP.
Only bring 1,000 XP the way that it is. Oh well, I'll worth the trouble.
And those gems are worth 1,000 XP when you spend them.
Well, okay, that sounds better. And if we could ever go to town and spend them, but nobody wants to go to town to spend them.
One thing we do is go there and farm. Or buy more horses.
Oh well, Richard, are you ready for the big punch out?
Fuck yeah.
Is he really going to be? Is it really going to be more like the Wizard of Oz, where he's behind a curtain and not pressing buttons?
No. Richard's gonna he's gonna give it his all, man.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna make it easy on it.
Nah, he wants
No,
to roll
no.
over like a.
No, this is gonna be interesting.
We're going to critical hit with that arrow slaying straight up, and it's going to be a womp womp womp. Just of the DM.
Hey, you never know. And if you have Theranos,
Yeah.
you'll have fireballs
Yeah.
flying around.
Yep. Or something.
Or something.
Hey, Richard, could I ask a favor?
Sure.
Could you double check or read over lightning? How that lightning spell went? The way that it's like it always comes back towards him. If you could double check that.
See.
Thanks a lot, Richard. We'll see you next week.
Oh, you're very welcome. Thank
Good
you.
luck. Well, there we go.
Thanks. Have a good week.
Season finale here of the big showdown.
Bob, and I like it. That is awesome, dude. That would make me chuckle. Richard's like, "You have entered the lair of Ted. I will destroy you." You guys would never let me say what I wanted to do. Good God. Well, thank you, Richard, and I'm kind of excited about not having to, quite honestly, slog through all that territory to get there.
Yeah. Thanks for
It's all
DMing.
right. Oh, you're welcome. You got a new sword. Think you're gonna like it? He's out of here.
Oh, me? Yeah.
Yes, you.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll probably like it. I don't know what the stats are on it yet, so. But,
Well, you know this.
It's better than your +2.
When you look at it, it definitely seems like the some of the scripting on the blade has ties to some of your family, your lineage, and I'm pretty sure that that big old red gem on the pommel has a little bit of a glow to it once you grip the hand or grip the sword. You can feel that there's something between you and the sword.
Nice. All right. Thanks for DMing. See ya.
So while
Hi,
you're,
you're welcome.
You're,
Oh,
while you're
thanks
here,
for playing.
John, So Galathon, while you're here, might I suggest your longsword is a +2, that your new one is even better than? With that longsword,
Yeah,
Bobbin,
probably
maybe
probably
Bobbin can
so.
use it.
Because my old one doesn't glow and
Yeah.
throb.
I'm sure Bobbin could use a throbber. Bobbin doesn't want to hold something that throbs in his hand yet.
Yeah.
I have a +1 longsword right now.
Yeah, and I
No,
think
but
that
now
was
it's
my original one. So who's gonna inherit your current sword if you were to trade up to the Medusa longsword?
Oh, who gets it's one of our other frontline people.
keep it, or see if maybe Thurano has a sword as a backup if he's ever in melee, and he could use it maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My stuff's +1, so it's the same as my stuff. So
Yeah.
it's nothing, not a huge difference.
Time will tell. Time will tell. All right. Thanks for DMing, Richard.
You are very welcome.
Yeah, it's a good
Thanks,
session. See
All
ya
right.
next
Okay,
week.
so rereading through this, I can't remember exactly what we came up with last time, and that's why spells are so much fun. It looks like you can start it anywhere up to 4 + 1, 40 plus 10 feet per level from you. So a third level caster would be able to cast it starting anywhere from the tip of his finger to 70 feet away from him. And it would shoot out, depending on whether you did the forked or the single,
Oh, lightning
40
bolt.
feet or 80 feet from the point of start.
But away from you, not back towards you.
And for our viewers, thank you very much for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. And if you like who we are and like what we do, I strongly urge you to explore our links down below if you're watching us live on Twitch. We have links to the channel Discord. There's a link to join my Sunday game if you're interested in playing AD&D 2nd Edition. There's a link to Patreon and PayPal if you want to help support the channel. And there might be a couple other links. But the next time I play as a player will probably be this same game next Friday. And then I'll be DMing on Sunday in my homebrew game. It starts at 10 a.m. Pacific time, 1 p.m. Eastern. And it'll probably run 5 hours plus this week. So look forward to that. And then I'll probably do a world building stream either tonight or tomorrow. More than likely at least tomorrow. So if you would like to watch one of those, that'll be pretty soon. Okay. Gonna try to raid into possibly one of my friends here. If you're interested in earning channel points, if you stick with the raid, it'll earn you an extra 200 points, I believe it is. Okay, Pod X13 is playing XCOM 2. So that should be fun. That is an awesome game about Earth defending itself from alien invaders. Pretty cool, like, strategy. Well, I guess you'd call it a tactical RPG, because it's on a board, a grid. But here we go. Raiding into Pod X13.
That ends your output.